Good afternoon, and thank you for tuning in on this somewhat overcast Saturday afternoon here in my area where I'm at. What I wanted to talk about today is things around your house or your home that is lying dormant that you no longer use or is of no value to you that you could take and possibly run for sale on the internet, or even I don't know who would still do this in today's day and age, but run an ad in the paper. Or if not do that, look around your home and see what you have that you can gather up and have a garage sale. Do you necessarily have to have a garage to do a garage sale? No, not really. I guess if you really wanted to, you could even go ahead and put your contents out in your front yard or in your driveway. And of course, you could post signs, in your area to let people know where to come to. And that would be another good way for you to go ahead and get rid of some stuff around that you have that is of no value to you, because it's not doing you any good by letting it just sitting around gather dust. Because one of the things I do know, depending on what the item is, if you don't use something, you're actually doing more harm to the item than you are good. So that's why it's better, if you think about it, better to just go ahead, part ways with it, get some money out of it. It could be of value to who knows whoever decides to buy it. Now, if there's ever a time in the future down the road, and I've actually mentioned this before to a couple of family members, and they have a hard time understanding what I mean by this in particular. If it's something down the road that you would want to repurchase again, let's say the item that you're trying to part ways with that is of no value to you now, let's say down the road, you know, again, it also has to do with what it would cost to rebuy it again, because certain things, value does go up over time. Things do appreciate. So when you go to sell something, you know, maybe repurchasing it down the road, if you have a need for it, or the need or the want or the need were to come up to where you would have to repurchase that item again, you could. Here's a good example. Um, I have three reel to reel tape recorders. In my current position, they're not of really any use to me. So I am highly considering possibly going ahead and selling them. Um, I know that in the audiophile world, in the vintage audiophile world, they are highly desirable. And it also depends on what model you have. Some models will sell for more than other ones will. It all depends on the price of it, and how popular or how well renowned a certain model is. The same also applies like in the sense of a car. Anybody that has a 59 Cadillac or a 57 Chevy or something, but you get the idea. It could even be a 60s car, a 65 Mustang, or a 66 GTO. You kind of see where or 76 Eldorado convertible. And there is one of those where they only built 200 of them because of the bicentennial. Oh, and there is a way to tell the bicentennial edition from the rest. They're white with white interior, red trim, red dash, and it even says what number that particular car is out of 200. Oh, it'll let you know. And it's also on the title that way. But you get the idea, though, not specifically cars or the reel to reel or vintage electronics. It can be anything, anything that has to do with antiques or any type of old thing. But definitely consider looking around your house, putting things up for sale. Put some money in your pocket. It'll do you more good because the item is not taking up space. And it's also of value to somebody else, as I had mentioned before. So, you know, keep keep that in mind, and plus now would also be the time. Here we are in late August. Now would be the time to go ahead and start building up a little slush fund, because the holidays, what, 4 months away? That's not as far away as you think it is. So that right there, and if you don't want to do that, um, I've got experience in doing this. I have another suggestion. I used to go with my parents to a flea market, and I've got about 12 years of that under my belt off and on. So I do know customer service skills. Believe me, in a flea market, you don't necessarily have to go to a job working a retail 9 to 5, 8 to 4 job in order to learn about customer service. No, you do not. You can go to a flea market. You've got all walks of life to come through there. Um, I mean, you name it, you pretty much deal with that type of person. So there are some avenues to putting some money in your pocket. Run something on the internet. You can put stuff out in your driveway. If you have a garage, even better. Um, the flea market. But I will say one thing, if you do run something in a paper or on the internet, although I think the internet would be a better bet, and it's also less expensive because you can probably run it for free. Never have anyone come to your home to buy the item in which you're selling. I say that because I have been a victim of being robbed. Back in 2011, my dad and I decided to go on vacation up to Tennessee for about a couple of weeks. I get a phone call from the young man that mowed our grass. He didn't have too much concern about it. 2 days before my birthday, 29th of October 2011, our house got broken into. So definitely be careful. We live in a post 9/11 world, so I don't trust hardly anybody anymore. It's and trust is something when you build it with me and it gets broken, it's hard to rebuild back. But don't meet them at your home. Meet them halfway. Find a middle meeting ground, take care of the transaction, and it's a done deal. Things will go a lot better, a lot smoother, and that's what I highly recommend. So, anyway, I just wanted to throw this little video up on here. Hope you enjoy it. And I myself will see you back here on Tuesday at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time with another recipe. I'll see you guys then. Have a good afternoon. Bye.